Hi, here I am with that first tip, wealth tip. I just wanted to share how when we first started learning about real estate and going to some seminars, one of the things that they shared with us was live where you want and invest where the money is. And I didn't quite understand that, except that what we wanted to do in real estate, which was buy and hold, wasn't really able to be done here. We couldn't buy a house where we lived for $350,000 and rent it for $1,000 a month and make any cash flow. So going where the money is and where investments make sense is a tough thing to do because you want to be able to touch and feel and drive by what you own, and having it so far away seemed like a really scary proposition. However, we did it. We just took that plunge and we went halfway across the country, and we did have a connection. It was where my husband Brian was born, so it's a small town in the middle of the prairies in Canada, and we bought our first house there. That was 7 years ago. And I was just realizing that planting that seed 7 years ago has brought an awful lot of benefit. And we were just, working on our books for that company. And that very first little house, I calculated it out, and we have collected in rent in 7 years what we paid for the house. So we indeed have had taxes, insurance, toilets, maintenance, things that we've spent on that house. We've had to, of course, pay for property management because we don't live right there. We can't collect the rents. We can't make arrangements for things. However, taking that advice and taking that first step and getting out of our comfort zone and listening to what someone who had been there before had to say about something made all the difference. And 7 years later, we have, a few more properties in that town. We're actually considering getting another one here very soon. And after the first one, the second one, the third one, the fourth one, the fifth one, and any subsequent they're just not as hard. So it's that first step that's tough, but if you can get past it, then you can, have the things that we hear about, these wealth ideas that people talk about. They actually, if we stop and listen and apply them in our life, how can that work for me? They can make a difference. Like I say, that house that we bought 7 years ago, we've collected more than what we paid for it in rent in that 7 years. So just a little wealth tip. Listen to somebody who has already gone where you want to go and take that first step, scary as it might be. Thanks for listening. Talk to you soon.